My dad was always a person who was incredibly charismatic. He really enjoyed being with his kids. He loved music and he loved dancing. He would dance with all of us. I always loved my dad very much, but I don't know how well I knew my dad. There would be times when my dad would come home and he would just, be really upset and angry and nothing seemed to make him happy. The summer that I was going to turn 15, my parents, they were going to go on a second honeymoon trip. My dad came back halfway through and told us that my parents were getting a divorce. My dad just seemed to really sink further and further into his depression. He came to my senior awards night that year, and he was totally drunk. In July, my dad had called and asked if we could bring him something to eat. So when we walked in, I was like, "Dad, are you here?" And he said that he wanted to go for a drive. And so we drove all through the country, and my husband drove, and I was sitting in the back seat, in the middle, so I could, lean forward and talk to my dad because he was more talkative than he'd been in a long time. He was telling us all of this advice and all of these, like life lessons, and always be sure to and never forget to. And it felt very much like he was saying goodbye. I remember giving him another big hug and telling him how much I loved him and how glad I was that he was my dad, and that there was still like a little bit of hope that maybe that he would rebound and come back up. And he didn't. That was 26 years ago that my dad died, and I think about all the things that he's missed. And the things that we've missed because of that. What my dad did is a tragedy, but I don't think that avoiding it is going to make any difference. And I think that talking about it and like sharing your stories and letting people know that there's a whole life ahead of you. Right now it does maybe seem like the end of the world, or that that's what you want to happen, but that if you can just move out of that area, get some help, be with people who can support you, that there is so much greatness to come.